Alright, let's begin. Alright, so, to start ourselves out, there has been a new measure for stimulus checks. The House has passed a measure to increase stimulus checks to $2,000, which is fantastic. I would love $2,000 right now. I'm sure a lot of people need this money. That'd be great. Good job on the House Democrats for passing that bill. This passed with 2/3 of the House, meaning both Republicans and Democrats. It had a 275 to 134 bill. This was passed very, very comfortably. Okay, so it made its way to the Senate, where Mitch McConnell decided, I'm not going to raise that bill for a vote because I don't like it, and if I don't like it, that means it is not going to become law. And yeah, I'm a terrible person. So, but don't worry. Bernie Sanders, the man, the myth, the legend, the man who I love, decided, alright, fine. Then I'm going to veto the defense bill. I'm going to override the defense bill, which Trump vetoed last week. Which means the defense bill won't pass unless they just simply give a vote for the $2,000 checks. McConnell has refused, but still, this is a great thing Bernie Sanders is doing. He is like, look, I'm not going to pass your money for your defense department unless you give American people money for checks and, not have them die. Okay? So, that's what's been going on. And so then McConnell was like, okay, I'm still not going to put this up for a vote, but I am going to do something else. I'm going to pass a version of the bill with also, you will have to repeal Section 230, which is basically a section, let me Google that for you guys. So, Section 230. It provides immunity to online platforms and civil liability based on third-party content and for the removal of content in certain circumstances. Basically, this allows Twitter to remove content if needed, so Trump can't spread lies and shit like that. So, that's what Section 230 is. And he also wants to start a investigation into voter fraud, along with the $2,000 checks. Now, these things normally don't go together in a bill because, those are three separate things, which, yeah. But, interestingly enough, David Dane found someone who pointed out this. Shout out David Dane. He's been tweeting about this Senate procedural thing nonstop, so if you want to know more, just go to his Twitter account. He's given all the information on that. But because the bill with the Section 230 being repealed, along with the voter fraud case, which also there's no evidence of voter fraud whatsoever. Joe Biden won. I'm sorry. So, there was a problem because it originated in the Senate. Even if it passed the Senate, it wouldn't be in law because, yeah. And David Dane, the journalist, he's from the American Process. He confirmed this. So, yeah. McConnell created a bill that cannot pass by law because he doesn't want anything to pass. He doesn't want the American people to get 2,000 checks, which I believe every Democrat should go on every TV and be like, Mitch McConnell wants your kids to starve. Just flat out say that, okay? Just be balls and ruin this man's career. Just do it. Trump is currently still in support of $2,000, but surprisingly, Joe Biden has not said 2 words about the whole $2,000 stimulus checks. And I say he has not said 2 words because he did say 1 word. He did say 1 word. Mm-hmm. This is all he has said.
Thank you.
Do you support the $2,000 recommendation, sir?
Yes. Thank you.
Now, I consider this a failure on Biden's part because he could go on every TV in the world and basically be like, I'm the president-elect and I want $2,000 checks for people, that'd be a great boost for the Democratic Party. That'd be a great boost for the checks. That'd be just great. But instead, we've only heard him say this. Kamala Harris has also been silent about this. And, yeah. So, why are you not doing that, Biden? I'd like to know. Well, mainly because my prediction is he doesn't actually want to do it because he's a deficit hawk. He's worried about what it will do to the deficit, even though it will probably do very little, if anything, to the deficit. It won't do much then, like the defense bill or the corporate Wall Street bailouts. So I think he's stupid for worrying about that. Also, I think he is worried that it'll make him seem like a socialist, which it's not. It's giving money to people who are starving. So, I don't know. Yeah. Alright. Next. So, that's still being held up in the Senate. So, I'll get back to you guys if anything else happens with that. So, yeah. Next story I wanted to talk about. So, this was a story that was actually kind of shafted to, like, the back pages because of all this nonsense. But I think it's really disgusting that Trump did this. But, so, I'm not worried about this part. This part is also disgusting, but I also mainly want to talk about this one. Trump pardoned the Blackwater guards. So, for those of you who don't know, I have a Wikipedia article up for it. So, Blackwater was this security facility in Iraq, and these guards had a massacre known as the Nisour Square Massacre, more commonly known, and I'm just going to read the top paragraph of the Wikipedia article. The Nisour Square Massacre occurred September 16, 2007, when employees of Blackwater Security Consulting, a private military company contracted by the U.S. government to provide security services in Iraq, shot Iraqi civilians, killing 17 and injuring 20 in Nisour Square, Baghdad, while escorting a U.S. embassy convoy. The killings outraged Iraqis and strained relations between Iraq and the United States. In 2014, 4 Blackwater's employees were tried and convicted in U.S. federal court, 1 of murder and the other 3 of manslaughter and firearm charges. All 4 convicted were pardoned by Donald Trump in December of 2020. Blackwater guards claimed that the convoy was ambushed and that they fired at the attackers in defense of the convoy. The Iraqi government and Iraqi police investigator Faraz Sadid Abdul, pronounced that horribly, stated that the killings were unprovoked. The next day, Blackwater's worldwide license to operate in Iraq was temporarily revoked. The U.S. State Department said that innocent life was lost, and according to the Washington Post, a military report appeared to corroborate the Iraqi government's contention that Blackwater was at fault. The Iraqi government vowed to punish Blackwater. The incident sparked at least 5 investigations, including one of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The FBI found that of the 17 Iraqis killed by the guards, at least 14 were shot without cause. So these guards just killed innocent people, and Trump was still pardoned them. He pardoned them. This is disgusting. These are war criminals of the highest degree. They killed innocent people. And Trump is just a war criminal pardoning war criminals, and it's disgusting. And the whole Iraq war just disgusts me on a whole nother level, because it's an illegal war in the sense, because it was based on lies. Saddam Hussein did not have weapons of mass destruction, and we found there was no evidence of that whatsoever, and once we got him, there were no weapons. And now even Saddam Hussein is dead, and we're still in there like, we gotta protect, I don't know. So we're just in Iraq for nothing other than oil. Yeah. It's an illegal war with people are dying constantly. We should just get out of Iraq. It's pointless. The only reason we're there is for oil, and we intend to stay, and also because we want to maintain the United States empire that we are. Because we talk about how we're such a great country and that we're protecting everyone. What really, we're just a giant empire fucking up other people's countries. It's disgusting. Also on Trump's pardon list were Russia inquiry figures. George Papadopoulos was pardoned. He was convicted of, I think it was lying to Robert Mueller. It's somewhere in here. Yeah. Foreign policy advisor to Mr. Trump's 2016 campaign, who pled guilty in 2017 to making false statements to federal officials as part of the investigation by special counsel Robert Mueller. He also pardoned Alex Van Swan in 2018. So Trump is basically pardoning all his crooks. Yeah. Oh, he pardoned Michael Flynn, but that was like a month or so ago. Roger Stone, he commuted the sentence of Roger Stone. Also, yeah, he's just pardoning. He's a criminal pardoning criminals. It's disgusting, and it sets a really dangerous precedent for America. He commuted the sentence of a lot of Republicans, corrupt Republicans, and if you're arrested as a corrupt Republican in this country, my God, you did something bad. Mr. Hunter, yeah, Duncan D. Hunter, he pleaded guilty in 2019 to one charge of misusing campaign funds. Chris Collins of New York, who pled guilty to charges of making false statements to the FBI and to conspiring to commit securities fraud. Steve Stockman of Texas was convicted on charges of fraud and money laundering and had been serving a 10-year sentence. This was apparently his hardency was argued by Sidney Powell, the crazy woman who thinks she's going to release the Kraken and then suddenly Trump is going to stay president. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the pardons, and yeah, that's what I had to say about the little bit of news. Yeah, it's just discussing pardons, and I hate how this was just shoved to the back of the newspaper, as to say, because, like, yes, the stimulus check thing is important, obviously. We should be talking more about that, but I think this should also be front and center, because Trump just pardoned war criminals and corruption enthusiasts, but no. But I do think if we're going to focus on one of these stories, it's the stimulus checks. That's way more important, but still, I think we should focus a little bit on the Blackwater pardons and not have it just shoved to the back, because he just pardoned like 20 war criminals, and yeah. Alright, I'm going to check NPR to see if there's any other news I want to cover. Oh yeah, GOP Senator Hawley will object to Electoral College certification. This will do nothing but delay the process, and Biden will still be president on January 20th, so, yeah. Oh yeah, Louisiana Congressman-elect died from COVID-19. He was represent the 5th District of Louisiana, and he's dead from COVID-19. Yeah, that's sad. Alright, I think I've talked about everything I want to talk about for right now. Yeah. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Yes, it's all one big circle jerk of war criminals. Definitely. Alright. Well, I'm gonna hop off for now. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you, Ryan A.J. Ryan I'm sorry, I'm horribly butchering your name. Alright. Night, guys.